All right, guys, 2018 is gone, 2019 is here, and let's talk about how we're gonna get ready for that next hunting season. First off, keep in mind, backcountry hunting is gonna be an endurance event. It's an endurance effort. It's not power, it's not strength, it's not speed. So the ability to be moving through mountainous terrain day after day, week after week, under low to moderate external loads is the key to hunting success, at least when it comes to physicality and fitness. So you have to understand that. We have to understand that as we move into this training calendar, we need to train more like an endurance athlete than a power or strength athlete. We also need to understand that our training calendar is going to start by training generally and then specifically, okay? There's no need to be right now rucking with a 90-pound ruck. There's no need to be doing these heavy tire drags and trying to replicate what you're going to experience in the mountains. You don't need to do that right now. That can come later on down the road in our specific training block. Right now, focus on improving general ability. The way we kind of map out the calendar is that we reverse engineer it from when we're gonna go hunting. So if you see right now, I have these months laid out, and I know I'm gonna be doing an archery hunt in September. I also know I'll be doing a 3-month program, the Ultimate Predator, one we wrote here, before I go. And then I continue to work backwards, May, April, March, February, January. And what you see is I have 5 months to do general training. Okay, now what are we talking about when we say general training? First off, we need to progressively increase our aerobic capacity volume, all right? Hunting is a low intensity sport, and the predominant energy system we're gonna be using when we're back there is gonna be the aerobic energy system. So we need to develop that by training it at longer and longer durations. So we can look at it as a weekly volume type game, where maybe each week at first, starting off with 60 minutes. Month 2, I'll build up to 75 per week, 90 per week, 105, and then 120. Keep in mind, if you're an experienced, very fit athlete, the starting volume may be much higher, 2 or 3 hours, okay? But notice how I'm slowly accumulating more volume. Training that specific energy system is gonna help me out in the backcountry. Number 2, build general strength, okay? You don't have to do hunt-specific strength training the entire year, all right? We can start off with maximal strength, which is kind of more like a 5x5 format, heavier loads, barbell-based exercises. We can roll into hypertrophy, usually gonna be a little lower on the intensity scale, but more reps, and then roll into strength endurance, which is gonna be the lightest and the highest training volume. Then we can cycle back to max strength, go back to hypertrophy, and then if you're doing a hunt-specific program, it's gonna be a lot of strength endurance involved there. Third thing we need to do is improve our body composition. If you guys are excessively heavy, all right, whether it's muscle or fat, that's not gonna be ideal for moving in the backcountry. All right, if you have 10 to 15 pounds of fat on your body, it's no different than tossing 10 or 15 pounds in your pack, all right? So this is an opportunity to dial in your nutrition, get yourself to an ideal body composition, so when you get over here, this training is much easier and your hunt's gonna be that much easier as well. Specifically address weak points, okay? If you notice something wrong, whether that is your feet were tender and weak, whether you didn't have the strength to pick up a heavy pack on a heavy animal, or maybe you severely lacked aerobic capacity, then this is the time to address those specific weaknesses. 5 months to address one of those is plenty of time to get ready for the specific training down the road. Finally, we want to increase our general resilience, all right? We want to become accustomed to carrying those loads. So walking with a pack weekly, always a good idea. Does not need to be crazy heavy. 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. 25 to 35 pounds is fine to build this initial resilience. Once we do that for 5 months, or if you're doing the EXO program, you'll be doing that for 7 months, and then dropping into a 1-month specific program. Then what's gonna happen is you're gonna focus on a couple of things that are very specific to hunting. We're gonna start adding in hunt-specific exercises, the tire drag, the jump lunges, the weighted step-ups. All those circuits that you'll see in both of these programs, all right, are gonna be introduced. You're also gonna really focus on increasing that lower body strength endurance, moving your body up and down those hills. We're also gonna continue to increase our aerobic capacity, longer efforts, more duration every week. And finally, we're gonna increase our ruck volumes. If you're packing in camp 5, 6, 7 miles, or you plan on packing out a very heavy animal, you need to start addressing that probably at least 1, if not 3 months out, specific on your type of hunting, all right? So heavier packs, longer walks, etc. One thing I do wanna say is be wary of too much high intensity, okay? You can throw in high intensity work here, 5, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes per week, but what you don't wanna do is put on your boots, put on your pack, and go do CrossFit style workouts. CrossFit's a great activity, it's a great sport, but it really doesn't have too much place in preparation for hunting. So keep in mind that our ultimate goal is to be able to move day after day, right, week after week sometimes, in the backcountry, doing very short, high-intensity efforts is not going to get us where we need to be. It's also going to negatively impact one of our primary goals, which is going to be progressively increase our aerobic capacity. So, guys, as you move forward, focus on general training first and foremost, then worry about the specific stuff depending on when your season is. All right, walk with your pack weekly, get some aerobic capacity in no matter what, and then train some type of strength.